guys, I'm LQ. This is the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me here at my YouTube channel. This is where I talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that I love to talk about. Movies, video games, comic books, TV shows. If it's geeky, if it's nerdy, I love to talk about it right here. And guys, right now, I'm going to give you guys my review of Tremors Shrieker Island. This is the 7th installment in the Tremor franchise, and let's be real, the Tremor franchise has not been very good recently. I mean, the first one with Kevin Bacon was decent. It was a fun B movie. The second one, Tremors 2 Aftershocks, I actually liked it a little bit more than the first one, which is, I guess it makes me weird, but I did. And then from there, from the second one, it takes a steep drop off to just bad territory. Now, the last one, of the sixth one, I believe it was called Cold Day in Hell. It was a snow-based Tremors movie. I actually found to be somewhat endearing. I think simply because of the setting. Right? How many times have we talked about Friday the 13th at the winter time? How many times have we talked about doing a horror movie in the winter? Some franchises have tackled it, but most have not. And I just think that there's a certain level of even elevated fear that comes from the cold. Nobody likes being cold, so that's just another element that you add into it. And I did like Tremors 6. It was one of those so bad it was good type movies, but I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed Jamie Kennedy's performance as Bert's son, and it was all good. Now this one, Part 7, Shrieker Island, I liked it more. This is my third favorite Tremor movie, actually, and that's because I think to some degree, it took some risk while also paying homage to everything that's come before. So it had the worms, the giant worms. It had the Shriekers. It had the various incarnations of the monster that came before it in other movies, and they even added some stuff to this, like the Shrieker power that they had that made everybody deaf. I mean, they added to the mythos while I use the word mythos in a Tremors movie. Well, they added to it while paying homage to what came before. Now, this movie involves a billionaire who is a big game hunter, and he actually manufactures some graboids to put on this island, and there's no way he's going to possibly escape this island, and he brings in a group of tourists to hunt these graboids, and there's 3 of them, I believe. One of these graboids is like the head graboid goddess or whatever. Like, it's this huge, gigantic monster graboid. And obviously the hunt does not go as planned. Things go wrong. They end up bringing in Bert to help bail them all out, but they don't want to listen to Bert, who's an old man. I kind of like the way he was introduced in this movie. He was introduced in a way that was very fitting of Bert. They did a lot of fun things with the Bert character. They introduced a new love interest for him who had been a previous love that wasn't Reba McEntire, and they also introduced a new partner for him. And this partner was not his son. His son, played by Jamie Kennedy, was not in this movie. Instead, they bring in John Hetty, the guy who played Napoleon Dynamite. They bring him in to be his new partner. And I gotta say that if he takes over the franchise, if Napoleon Dynamite takes over the franchise from here and becomes the new head guy, I'm okay with that. I like this character. I thought this character was a little dorky, a little silly, but somehow relatable. Like, he wasn't like so nerdy he was incompetent. He was very competent, but he was also very realistic in the way they depicted his geekiness, his unsurety, and the arc that he goes through throughout the movie, where he becomes more sure of himself throughout the course of the movie. I find that very relatable. I find that very very human. I found his arc to be very human. In this movie of bigger than life personalities, including Bert, including the billionaire hunter, including this chick who was on the island, who was just this amazing gunfighter, and in this world of bombastic personalities, I found his to be very relatable and somebody that I enjoyed spending time with. I thought that they were very gutsy in the way they handled the Burt character, Burt Gummer. I felt like his ending in this movie, and I don't want to really give anything away, but you might pick something up on it while I'm speaking about it. I thought that the way they handled his ending was gutsy, and it potentially closed the door on his story, but they left it wide enough for him to continue his story should they decide to do so. So there's definitely a certain ambiguity. I've been teaching all day long, and I'm just tongue-tied right now. Ambiguity with what happened to him, while also understanding that maybe this is the end of his character, maybe it's not. There's a nice homage to him at the end, going through various movies that he appeared in. So, like I said, you might pick up on what happened to him, but we don't know what happened to him. That's really what I'm getting at. But I thought it was a gutsy way to end it. Was a little bit of unresolved Burt Gummer. I thought that was very good. Overall, guys, like I said, this is my third favorite Tremors movie. I thought that this had some of the best Tremor special effects. Still not great. I mean, it's direct-to-video caliber special effects, but I felt like out of all the direct-to-video Tremor movies, this one had it. This one had the best special effects. It had some of the best acting in the Tremors. I mean, let's face it, guys. The Tremors series is not known for good acting, and outside of the first two, this had some of the best acting. Yeah, I just really like this movie from a B monster movie standpoint. I really enjoyed it, but yeah, this isn't Shakespeare. It's not gold. It's not something that I'm going to revisit a lot. It's not something that I'm going to even I can't even say I'm going to recommend this. It's just, it is what it is. It was a fun B monster movie. So that's kind of my take on it. I give Tremors Shrieker Island a C+. It was fun. It was competently made. There was some surprises in it. It paid homage to the franchise that came before while also paving some new way. I liked it. C+. I thought it was a good time, especially since it was free on Netflix. So that's my take on it. What was your take on Tremors Shrieker Island? Do you think that the Tremor series is played out, or do you think we can continue with more Tremors? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and as always, I thank you for joining me here at the OK Review, where we get to talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. Until next time, we'll see you guys later.